Welcome everybody back to another stream where today we're doing some Madden. I am all dressed up in actual work clothes because I forgot other clothes at home today, so this is just what we're gonna have to deal with. We do not have any of this stuff set up yet. What is up, Starlord? What is up, JD Space? Alright. So let us get Madden opening so we can go ahead and get started. Because I know we are not having a lot of time today. I got somewhere to be at 6:30 technically, but I do have to drive there. Nope, I need to be more over this way. So that way my random thing is there. Are you doing this next Madden? JD, this is sadly going to be... Was I able to be heard? Probably. Yes, this will be our last Madden unless we get, I don't know, sponsorships or something. If we hit 500 subscribers on this channel, we will probably do it. But other than that, this channel is going to be dead effective in August. And then everything will just be devoted towards the main channel, which is good because that means I get an hour or two to dedicate towards that in the future, which will be really nice. It was a good run on this channel. I enjoyed it. I would try it again any other time that I was not like completely out of time. What's up, Jason? I'm outside right now, play with my dog. Congratulations. If I win at least 2 weeks, this vid all fix scores right now. Huh? Why don't you just like do your job and fix scores? Also, I have a funny media segment coming out this week. It's going to be kind of stupid, but it'll be funny. Yo, I am not pre-ordering Madden. They're trying to get me with those sneaky little advertisements. Advertisements or something. I'm happy with 3-1. Well, maybe don't be happy with 3-1. When you're going to go live on your main channel, Jason, we're probably going to go live tonight. Potentially with a league game, potentially not. I'm not 100% sure. But that's the point where we're at right now. Andre was supposed to be my ping today. I'm not thinking we have him pinging. So games we're going to go ahead and do is Saints-Lions. Because he's just not here, it appears. So the Lions at 3-1 finally get another primetime game. I'm here for it. And Trevor, get back in it. Too basic. Well then I hope you win, Mayo. Hope I win too, because good lord. We also have Madden content now on the main channel, along with 2K eventually. We're just going to be doing a bunch of different games. Alright, here we go. 7-0. Devin Lloyd with a pick. 7-7 at the half. 14-10 in the fourth. 21-10. And the Lions with a pick to win the game. They call game. Quinn Ewers has been having himself a crazy season. And we're hoping he can continue it because the NFC North needs a team to dominate. Also, before I forget, we do have to go give the Cardinals a player because they were bad and they offered a new player. So before we go and do any other games, I'm going to go ahead and give the Cardinals their free player from free agency, which you guys should go ahead and sign because the sooner you sign, the sooner he's actually on your team. Also, now is the last chance you're able to make free agent acquisitions. Not free agent acquisitions. Trading acquisitions. So if you want to get a trade done, it's got to be done before week 8 is over. And you want a Lukey there. Waller there. I'm so glad I decided to stick with McBride because he was ready to develop. Alright, you got a new CB2. I don't know why I didn't fix the MLB or the DT problem. But picking up an 86 overall corner is not a bad idea. You know that booby dude Football Fusion was me? Yes, I did. Also, Bobby. But good lord. I gotta type that out. Cardinals sign Nate Hobbs. I really hope there's not a microphone in this room, but that'd be a little bit weird. Alright, for our next game, we're going to head to Panthers. At Bucks. So Ziggy getting in another primetime game. Tampa. We recently updated the prime time leaderboard. And Ziggy wasn't great on it. Ziggy is currently at top 20 at the moment. Today, how are you going? Starler, I'm doing alright. Which is kind of funny because Alistar is at 15. Jalen Monroe having himself a really good season. Ziggy sitting at 7 points. He could jump Antron John. Here we go. Panthers up 7-0. Now 7-7. Now 14-7. 14-13. 20-14. 5 for me. JD. Yeah, you're sitting at 4 points at 26. Panthers in a big shootout here. Bucks, 3rd and 6, 4th and inches. They will go for it and get it McMillan, and the Buccaneers able to hold on to a 33-31 lead. And I'm going to go ahead and check Manscaped Scorigami. 31 is not Scorigami, sadly. Andre, that lazy bum. Alright, and then we got our game of the week. Chiefs and Niners. I'm still surprised how the Niners have won like 2 Super Bowls and made it to Super Bowls and they're still not in the top teams. But here we go. Game of the week. Come on, Niners. I rarely cheer for the Niners, but I need a Niners win on Cupcake in order for me to potentially have a home playoff game in come playoff time. Because I'm currently getting absolutely destroyed. Here we go. Niners Chiefs. 7-7. Kamari Lassiter with a pick and it's 14-10 at the half. Niners up 2 scores, now only 1, and it's a field goal, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. And the Chiefs will go up some more. 32-21 is your final score as the Chiefs are 5-0 with a monstrous game from Patrick Mahomes. Brock Purdy played a better game, but Pacheco, jeez, how are we this bad, Gibbs? 2.2 a carry? You kidding me, man? I mean, come playoff times, we're going to be like, super happy that he's putting up those types of numbers. But the Chiefs are now 5-0, 2-0 against me. I'm not winning my division in the final season. Maybe we get revenge in the playoffs. I don't know. But it's getting really bad and sad over here in Denver right now. We're going to force advance 2 next week. We'll get mock draft 1. Not that mock draft really matters. And we did win 42-28. Let's go. No, no, nobody. Me, the dog, trying to bite me. Okay, that's just not a sentence. But I'm glad you're trying. Alright, league schedule. Week 5. Patriots. Good frickin' lord. 45-14 is not Scorigami. Lions win, Dolphins win, Commanders win, Bucks, Steelers, Falcons in a massive win, in a massive scoring game, which is not scoregami, Texas, Raiders, Chiefs, Seahawks, Broncos, Jets, Eagles, Packers, Vikings. Sheesh. Alright, games to watch out for this week. There's not a lot. So we're going to go ahead and do our first one. Bills at Broncos. I got to stop losing these primetime games I'm giving myself. It's just me. You're the one. You're the dog trying to bite Star-Lord at the moment. It's a little weird, not going to lie. Alright, T-Law, stop throwing picks and actually play some decent football for once in your career. Thank you very much. 7-0. Broncos up, now tied. Broncos up 7. Broncos up another 14. Broncos up a little bit more. Jackson Phillips, you can't be missing extra point kicks. Yeah, we were up 27, my bad. Alright, 30-14, the Broncos able to win this one. I mean, Josh Allen, what you doing? Finally a good game from T-Law. Judkins with 93. Troy Franklin, that's what we need from you. Kevin Conception, okay. Kevin Conception's going crazy. Recently signed with the Broncos after playing with the Seahawks for a few seasons and developing up to an 84 overall now, I think is what he is. He just needed to be handed the ball a little bit more. Alright. Alright, now we're going to go do Colts and Cowboys. Your dog's name is Toby. Okay. Didn't really need to know that, but thank you for the information. At least you're not talking about Jurassic World. Cowboys, Colts, 2-horse teams tangoing it out in Week 6. The clash of conferences, both 3-2, both solid teams looking for a playoff spot in this final season of Madden 25. And here we go, Colts up 7-3, now 14-3, 14-11. Colts up 10, now only 3. Cowboys with the ball. Caleb Williams trying to cook up something. They do have timeouts. Big play, CeeDee Lamb, second goal, field goal. They play it safe, probably could have gone for something, but here we are in overtime. Colts with the ball. First team to score a touchdown wins, and it is picked off by Xavier McKinney, and the Cowboys win in 3 plays. GG's. Cowboys and Caleb Williams take on Anthony Richardson and win, as the Colts are going to go drop down to 3-3, which is good news for the Texans, Titans, and Jaguars, because this AFC South is going to be a gauntlet come that last week. That's at least my prediction. Who knows if it'll come true. Alright, we got the Falcons taking on the Bucks. As much as I really don't want to give more primetime games to Ziggy, his team is one of the top teams at the moment, which is a little bit disgusting. They beat the Panthers and they beat the Browns in primetime. Can they beat the Falcons in primetime? Let's see. Woo! Woo! Here we go. Falcons get 3 on the board first, and they are up 10-7 in this second quarter. Now up 10. Now only 7. Falcons, yep, they blow it away in the third quarter and make it even worse in the fourth, as the Buccaneers going to drop a game to the Falcons in this division. Swinging towards the Falcons' advantage. We were going to say run away with the Buccaneers. Not anymore. No siree. We got 3 weeks left on today. Last chance for trades. What time are we going live on your main channel? Probably 10, potentially 9, realistically 9:30. I don't know exactly what we're going to be streaming. It could be Fortnite. It'll probably be Roblox, though, unless something drastically changes in the next hour or so. Not hour. Next 2 to 3 hours. Alright. So, yep, forced advance to next week where I will play the Texans. Man, my schedule is difficult. Alright, let's look at the schedule. Last week we had a Lions barely win, Browns win, Texans win, Raiders win, Eagles win, Jets, Titans, Steelers, Cardinals, Broncos, Niners, Cowboys, Falcons, Chargers. Sheesh. Alright, primetime games for this week. Dang, the Raiders are 4-2. Did not see that coming. Alright, so I think as far as primetime games go, we go back to the Falcons. We go Saints at Falcons. Okay, I'm going to join Roblox 1. I wouldn't join it right now because we're not going live for a very long time. Mayo, we still got 3 weeks left, and you're going to fix scores. I will make you. Or I will show you hitting up my DMs. Here we go. Falcons up 7-0 to start off this game. The Saints, I think, are fraudulent. Ow. I mean, they could make playoffs, but the Falcons are definitely a lot better than the Saints. So realistically, yeah. 31-0 in a shutout. Dang, I hurt my tooth. Alright. So, Falcons win as the Saints are proven fraudulent. We're going to go to Broncos at Texans. Jaguars win some games. We did not have a deal. If I win at least 2, I'll fix scores right now. That is not a deal. That is your stipulation that you put on for yourself. But that does not mean it's actuality. Let's get the stream to 50 people. That's probably not going to happen either. But here we go. Houston is taking on the Denver Broncos. Broncos, we need points. We just are not putting points on the board. We're down 14-7 in the third. Okay, there we go. Tie it up. Take a lead. Whew. Blake Corum with a touchdown. Texans. 12 seconds. Can they get the touchdown? No, they cannot. Thank the Lord. Broncos are 5-2. Allie Star getting into her first game of the week in a long time. It doesn't matter if it's a deal in your book. Your book don't matter. Sorry to break the news to you. But the Raiders going to be playing against the Chiefs. 4-2 versus 5-0. The only undefeated team left in the Madden of Season 7. Can the Raiders go ahead and end that streak? And we will never have a team go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl. The Ravens were really close. The Cowboys and the Broncos were all really close. Broncos were the closest all time. Just want to say that. My book is better than your book? No, that's not the thing. My book is real. Your book doesn't exist. Sorry to break it to you, man. But also the Raiders got absolutely cooked. Sorry, Alistar has Patrick Mahomes with another. He missed one pass. He was 96%. That's crazy. Patrick Mahomes. My book? It's right here. Your book don't exist, man. Those scores are getting done today. It doesn't even take that long to just go and edit a post. Does not need to be this big of a deal. Sad to see the Raiders lose here, though. Chiefs might walk away with another Super Bowl. Cupcake legacy. Now we're going to go force advanced to next week. We'll actually take a look at the standings, see where everybody's placing at. Broncos are now a 99 overall offense. We love to see that. Yeah, it is a really dense book, I suppose. Packers with a 42-20 win. Not Scorigami. 17-11 is a weird score. Not Scorigami. 41-35 is a weird score. Not Scorigami. So Jaguars win, Chargers win, Packers win, Commanders, Rams, Ravens, Bucks, Falcons, Broncos, Chiefs, Cowboys, Niners, Cardinals. All right, week number 8. We got 2 weeks left. One more win for the Jaguars, and they will be doing scores, and it looks like the Giants are winning. Not winning that one. So you can pretty much start doing scores now if you really wanted to. Primetime games for this week, they all suck booty butt. Good lord, there's nothing good this week. So I think we're going Jets at Lions. Good lord. Enwo getting a primetime game again? It's crazy. What is my favorite NFL team? Well, I mean, obviously the Broncos, because that's what I am. Mayo, your game is not primetime. You need to win more games in order to get primetimes. For suspense, bro, your suspense comes next week. This game is a blowout. You're going to blow out the Giants because they suck. Just like the Lions are going to blow out the Jets because they suck. Dude, I just want to say, just want soda. Okay, brother. What? Alright, here we go. Lions are 5-1, looking to win the NFC North for the first time in a while. Probably get first rounded, but who's to say? Jets currently up 7, now tied in the 4th. Jets take a 7-point lead. Lions looking to send this one to overtime, which they do score. Can they stop the Jets from getting a field goal? No, they cannot. The Jets will win. Dang, Enwo with an upset. I think Enwo has one of the worst scores in primetime history. I could be wrong, but let me see. Oh, Enwo's not that bad, actually. I don't see him on here, but he's apparently not that bad. Alright, Steelers getting in on the action. What hair products do you use? I'm not going to say it live on stream because it sounds a little bit suspicious. But I can send you what it is if you really want to know. Vape juice? Brother. Do not use vape juice. Also, Juicy, peep the pictures in the back. They're kind of dope. Jaden Daniels. Never think we'll see him for the Steelers in real life, but in Madden, You have C.J. Stroud on the Raiders and Jaden Daniels on the Steelers. 7-7 here in Pittsburgh. 14-7. Raiders tie it up. Bro got the best hair in Roblox. That is just cap, bro. My hair sucks. C.J. Stroud with the opportunity. He gets the first down. Can they kick the field goal? They do not kick the field goal. And the Steelers are 6-1 and could rival the undefeated Chiefs later on in the season. W-Wall, thank you, much appreciated. That was a W-Wall. It is a W-Wall. Best background on YouTube. Maybe I should stream here more during the school year. Alright. So that's 2 games so far, and I guess we'll go Cowboys and Saints. Good lord. Sorry to say that your Vikings are not doing very well, Juicy. But the Saints definitely had a successful rebuild. I donate to St. Jude over a year ago and they blowing up my phone. Let's go! St. Jude. Donate to St. Jude is cancer research for children, right? Or I know they do more than that, but that's like their main thing, I think. Alright, Cowboys in a much expected blowout here against the Saints. Well, it's not so much a blowout now, but still an easy win for the Cowboys, to say the least. Did you donate during 50 states or 50 days? No, he said over a year ago. So he probably did it with Tom Grassi. Maybe? I don't got more bread for those kids. They got Juicy, we know you're loaded. We know you're loaded. Alright, so those are the games we're doing this week. They were not great. Probably worth just skipping over. Now we'll see if Mayo gets his second win of the stream. And then I have to go play the Falcons. A Super Bowl rematch as the Broncos do beat the Browns. Let's go. 5-2 versus 6-2. Schedule. Let's go back to week 8. Broncos win. Jets win. Steelers. Bills. Jeez. Have you seen Biden inflation? Yeah, it's crazy. Cowboys. Patriots. Giants actually do beat the Jaguars. Darn it. Commanders. Bengals. Bucks. Niners. Rams. Texans. Chiefs. And Dolphins. You can see the Cowboys fan. I'm praying for the Cowboys Super Bowl. Bro, we do not need no Cowboys Super Bowl. That would just be disgusting. Actually, the Commanders with a great rebuild. Let's go. Also, Keyshawn Judkins, is that the guy who is having legal problems at the moment? He's going crazy on my team right now. Ravens are actually under 500. So much for that. Primetime games for this week, we're going Falcons, Broncos, 100%. Cowboys, Cardinals, I suppose. And dang it, the Jaguars actually have a bye week this week. This is kind of stupid. There are no above 500 teams. I guess we go Lions, Dolphins. Yep, legal problems. I don't know. I don't pay attention to these things. I did see that Rashi Rice is headed to prison and Dame is headed to Portland, so I don't know which one's worse. Nothing against Portland. I'm glad Dame is going back to Portland. I thought that was great. So we got Lions versus the Dolphins here. Snowy's team was supposed to be the team to run the East in the AFC. They have not lived up to expectations. In fact, they have far superiorly not held up to expectations. But here's a great game where they could prove that the Lions should not be regarded as a primetime team as the Dolphins continue to try to work their way up in the East with some crucial wins which they do have an opportunity to do here. 4th and 1, they get the 4th. Devon A. Chain cooking up. Why are you running the ball? Okay, big play. Jarvis Jordan, they do not get the field goal. What are we doing, Miami? Tua sucks. Judkins got arrested? Yeah, I figured. Not in Madden, luckily. Also, Jason, what is wrong with your Ravens right now? You're 3-5. Yes, you need to come down. All right. Here we go. What did I say we were going to do? Oh, yeah. Cowboys at Cardinals. I've never been arrested. W Juicy, I've never been arrested nor pulled over. I have never done anything remotely rebellious in my life. Yeah, we know Juicy has been in prison for at least 10 years. Come on. Good Lord, Mayo. Yeah, Juicy, have you ever been pulled over? Does Juicy drive a car? I guess we don't know. We assume he does. Cowboys versus the Cardinals as the Cowboys are up, now down, now tied. All over the place in this one. Big rivalry between ESJ and Grob here. Tied up. Cowboys punt to the Cardinals, and we're in overtime. How you never get pulled over? Because I drive the speed limit. Cowboys will start off with the ball. They pick up those much-needed first downs, 1st and goal, and they score. It's over because he's white. Juicy's white, too. Actually, I look... Bruh, who's pulling this guy over? Let's be real. Like, nobody's pulling this man over. You can't see his face. You know he's got mob mentality. You know if you pull him over, nothing's going well for you. Alright, so for our next game, we're headed to the Denver Broncos for, I think, our final game of today. Alright. I should probably ping, though. He's got it, brother. Mayo, you not gotta be like that. Yeah, realistically, Juicy, if you knew what my car looked like, you can see why I'm never gonna get pulled over. What are you reaching for? My glasses, brother. Yeah, how do I not get chicks with those glasses? I don't know. Here we go, 5-2 versus 6-2. I could see this one going either way. Super Bowl rematch. Falcons won first time around. Regular season matchup. Broncos down by 7 without the ball. 3rd, 4th, and 6th. They do punt. Let's go, Broncos. Cook up a drive. Cook up a drive. We're moving way too slow for this drive, and we lose by 7. Great stuff. Really hate to see that. Alright, so I'm going to try to wrap this up really quick because I got to go babysit in 8 minutes in a place that's 10 minutes away. So we're cooked. Luckily, we just ended on the Broncos, so we can go force advance to my bye week. Much appreciated. Yeah, you drive the slowest cart in Mario Kart? Brother, I ride the bikes. Alright, jeez, my defensive passing yards are crazy stupid. Alright. So, here's our games for next week. I'm not even going to look at them too much. We do have to go look at scores for last week. Week 9, Steelers, Lions, Patriots, Ravens, Jets, Chiefs, Rams, Cowboys, Browns, Niners, Falcons, Titans, Texans, Colts. Child neglect to stream, insane. Maybe just a little bit. Alright, anyways. Standings. I need to look at standings. I didn't do that last time. AFC Chiefs on top, and they are going to probably stay on top for the rest of this. Niners also on top. I don't see any changes there. Every team has a win. Every team has a loss except for the Chiefs. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. We'll see you guys all in the next sim, where it will be pre-recorded and premiered as I'm headed on another trip, so I'll know the results of who makes the playoffs tonight. That'll be fun. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. See you guys all in the next stream, whenever we do happen to stream tonight. Later. See you guys.